Hello, friends. Welcome to Leadership Go with the Brainy Leadership Team. I'm Michael Brainy, and once again, we are here to talk about leadership. Today, we want to focus on some areas of leadership that is very important, and I think that it forms one of the foundations with which leadership is built on. And I want to talk about the leader's mindset. Yeah, the leader's mindset. And we've established this before in some of our episodes under purpose and passion and all that. You may visit them if you want to. But basically, we are looking at a leader's mindset. You know, still we have people who think that leadership is not for them. We have people who think that they are not called to be leaders. I always don't get them. Like I'm picking them from a wrong view. I think that they are coming from a wrong perspective. To ever think that you are not a leader is erroneous. And we've established it because one, God ordained us or brought us up for particular task and purposes. And within that task, you are supposed to lead. It's as simple as that. And in leading, even if you don't have anybody to lead, you are leading yourself. We have self-leadership. So it's just impossible to ever think that leadership is for somebody. So you always want somebody to lead you. It's erroneous. And let's also pick this scenario. I always use it very much. If you go to church and we are having church service, when it's time for the music leader to lead a song or worship or something, as he leads the song, at that time, he or she becomes the leader. Everybody in the church, the senior pastor, the founder, everybody is subjected to him. Why? He is actually leading in his sphere. It comes to music, he's there. Now, if it's time for the pastor to preach, as the pastor mounts the podium to start ministering, he becomes everybody is looking at him. So it's just about where you find yourself and what you've been given to do. If the pastor goes to the bank manager is the leader there. That is his fear. So that's the mindset. That's the mindset we are actually preaching out there. That everybody is a leader within his fears and based on the purpose you are called to do. Right? And today we want to establish three mindsets that a leader should have. One, a leader should have a mindset of constantly pursuing truth. Okay, truth in context of God's standard. Certainly, we have a lot of truth out there. We have a lot of I won't even call them truth. We have a lot of facts out there, proving and all that. But all those facts, all those truths should be based on God's standard. For every leader who appreciates their God-given calling and purposes and aspires to fulfill them must have a mindset of always looking out for the truth. Always looking out for the truth. That is one mindset of a leader. And I've established that the basic standard of certain truth for a leader to live by is God's standard, is God's word. That's certain. The second mindset that a leader cultivates is growth mindset. A leader must have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. You know, in our context, Africa here, for example, and particularly in my country here, Ghana, there are certain things that if you are brought up in particular communities, it almost conditions your mind to think in a particular way. It almost conditions your mind to behave in a particular manner. A leader, if you appreciate you are one and you have a purpose to fulfill, then you begin to adjust your mindset to think beyond the fixed things in your environment, to question your beliefs, to begin to think outside what culture projects. Find out what's actually the mindsets that you need to cultivate to fulfill your purpose. That is another area a leader looks at. The third area a leader looks like in terms of mindset, which is very important, is to have a leadership mindset. So it's different from knowing you're a leader, and it's different from having a leader's mindset. So in a leadership mindset, you know that even when you are alone, you are responsible for your leadership. You are conscious of your environment. You find yourself in an organization, in a place, you know that leadership must take place. And once you see yourself as a leader, you take up challenges. And that is where being the change comes in. That is where you begin to think that change is possible, because the change will start with you. Right? So, leadership, everybody who is into leadership, and we've established that all of us must condition our minds as leaders. Then we have to embrace the mindset of pursuing truth, the mindset of growth, and then the mindset of leadership. Then we start living by it. Out of our mindset, our attitude stem from, before we are able to see correct results in our leadership lives. Thank you for joining us in our next in this episode. In our next episode, we are going to continue with the leader's mindset. We are also going to look at other areas of thinking or mindset that the leader is supposed to establish in order to be successful as leaders.